As budget battles heat up on Capitol Hill, lawmakers are working to disarm the IRS, literally. Iowa Senator Joni Ernst leading that charge after the IRS reported spending more than $35 million on guns, ammunition, and military-style equipment, $10 million since 2020. And joining us this morning to break down the numbers is CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Andrzejewski. Good Friday morning to you. Why does the IRS need guns and military armor? Who are they preparing to battle?
Well, they don't, Jan. They don't need weapons. They don't need military equipment, and they should not be preparing for battle. Look, the IRS is a tax collection agency, and the critics, like our organization at OpenTheBooks.com, we say that the IRS has blurred their civil enforcement duties, and that's tax collection, with criminal law enforcement activity. And so U.S. Senator Joni Ernst, she's carried forward our findings on the purchase of IRS guns, ammunition, and military-style equipment. She's done that through legislation in the United States Senate.
And this week, an amendment did pass, Adam, that would essentially quantify the IRS gun locker. And your organization at OpenTheBooks.com was actually mentioned in this House debate. So tell us about the amendment and what it would do.
So the amendment creates an asset inventory list of the gun locker over at the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS. So what's the first thing, Jan? If you're audited as a business in the private sector, the IRS is going to ask you for an asset inventory list, and you better have it. When we ask for an asset inventory list of their gun locker, the IRS says they don't have it. This spring, when we updated our findings, during the pandemic, $10 million purchased on guns, ammunition, and military-style equipment. This was picked up by Representative Stephanie Bice out of Oklahoma on an oversight letter to the IRS chief, who ignored her request for an audit of that gun locker. So now she put forth this amendment. It passed, and the IRS will have to disclose how many guns, what type of rifles, how many machine guns, how many shotguns that they own.
So it's one of these do as I say, not as I do situations. And also this week, lawmakers tried to defund the IRS purchases of guns and ammo altogether, saying this isn't enough. Congresswoman Diana Harshbarger offered that amendment, but I want our viewers at home to listen to what happened when there was a voice vote on it. Take a listen to this.
Questions on the amendment offered by the gentlelady from Tennessee. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it. The amendment is not agreed to.
I heard one no and several yays. Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened there?
Well, we were watching live on C-SPAN, and it was very clear. It was very clear in the chamber. It was very clear on audio that the yes vote won. But somebody is so powerful, the IRS has so much clout, that the Republican chairman actually turned the yes vote into a no vote, Jan.
Speaking of which, it was the guy you were just seeing right there. That is Republican Committee Chair Steve Womack. He, along with Democratic Ranking Committee member Steny Hoyer, who's from Maryland, battled that amendment. So essentially the establishment of both parties killed it. What happened when Congresswoman Harshbarger asked for a roll call vote?
So that gave the establishment 4 or 5 hours before the roll call vote to whip votes against this amendment. And it didn't pass on the roll call vote. Although 186 Republicans voted for it, including one Democrat, 30 Republicans were peeled off by the establishment to kill the amendment. The IRS agent survives. And that stands in stark contrast to what the House did last week. On the special agent over at the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, they defunded that one. So the IRS has a lot more clout, for example, than the EPA.
We're learning so many things here about our IRS, aren't we? Founder of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Andrzejewski. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.